Shipping Sweden as we finish off the round of 8. Kelegad
现在第4场也快要到来了 ，Neeb 对上 Major， 这也是应该也是很多人会关注的一场比赛，两个最顶尖的选手互相交手。赛评又轮到这两个 TOD 对迪姆斯利。
Yeah, a little bit surprising, especially when you had seen both players previously. I thought that someone would put up more of a fight, but Kelazar was just on fire today, and that's what it's all about, being able to play a new best on the day. And speaking of which, I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm super excited about our next matchup here because it's a rematch from
Yeah, couple of awesome turnarounds when we look at those results, especially considering that Kellazer was able to win that rematch on his own to Muslim. As far as TVT goes, you're our resident cheese expert. We were talking about that first game. How'd you like what you saw?
I've never seen that before when those two strategies collide. But one beautiful thing about that entire series was the fact that you saw both of them make improvements from the first series. Even though Uthermal lost now, a 0-3 sucks. You saw he was trying to work found worked in the first series. And he just managed to fill more holes in his gameplay, man. Like, everything that didn't work out, he fixed. And one of the big things was his impatience, which he didn't show any sort of impatience. He knew he could kind of clutch moments, defend in the right way, attack in the right way. And it was beautiful to see so many improvements being made in his play. And I'm looking forward to see him go on now in the tournament.
Yeah, really awesome, inspirational story. He was talking to himself. He had never even made it close to this far until he played in Austin, and now he's made it even further. We are going to go to the stage and see our next matchup, though. It's some Terran vs. Protoss action. Smix, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Nathanius, and so excited for our last quarterfinal match of the day. It is USA versus Mexico, and as Pat mentioned, it is a rematch of the WCS Austin semifinals. Can the USA win one more time, or will Mexico show a very major performance? Please welcome, it's Neeb versus Special!
On their way to building a bit of a rivalry here. Two players that have really pushed themselves to the edge in terms of practice, improvement, going to Korea, studying, training with the best, beating those Koreans on their own turf in some terms. Who has the advantage? Is it possible to pick a favorite in a series like this time?
Because he was so close last time, it was a 3-2 victory for Neeb, and I spoke with him and he told me just a couple mistakes too many. That's maybe even one major mistake that he picked out. And he thinks he would have won 3-2 himself. And in that case, I do think he's going to be able to do better here. He's been in Korea 5 months. That's such a long time. That he's been there, and we know him as the guy that practices relentlessly as well. And I'm sure he will have improved a whole lot. And basically come back and take revenge over Neeb if he can.
韩服至少有6600
have an edge coming into this tournament, or you still have your hopes behind the American hero?
Major 也是一个从第1年就开始打到现在的选手，那 Neeb 是重新是人主，然后虚空转神主。
He looked very shaky against Bly though, and I don't know whether that was because of like stage fright or any sort of situation like that, or just pressure. It didn't even play on the stage then. I have to go with Neeb as a favorite here.
就是谁会赢？我觉得可能观众还是 Neeb 会投比较多。
When you're confident about your own race in a matchup, that's when you know things are kind of crazy. And he said, Protoss just does one thing, and if they do it right, they win. And who can do a thing better than Neeb?
I think
that's predictable, though. I think he was talking about Phoenix Adept mostly, which he's known for. Special knows that, he talks and trains with TY. Who apparently is pretty good against Protoss. TY says he doesn't lose to Protoss, so...
I think a lot of us Terran Winers would agree with Neeb on that, where you feel like sometimes if...
I mean,
I know选手在全部的奖金Neeb 拿19万美金。
It is true though, when you're in a certain matchup, never mind against a certain player, that's always a relieving feeling.
也是拿过2个大赛冠军的，一个拿了奥斯汀站的冠军，然后有个是去年的 Caspa Cup 的冠军。 那 Major 打7年了，只拿10万美金，算是偏少。那 Neeb 应该只打3-4年，拿19万算很多。我们看下 ban pick，第一场 Neeb 这边是 ban 了飞升艾尔，那 Special 这边是 ban 了中转战，然后第一张图是奥德赛。
So I think definitely like defenders.
他们最后一张图是选那个
which I mean those make a lot of sense.
含血着地。
Yeah.
Blood Boil as a potential decider.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, I hope we see that, but I really feel like with the confidence that he has going into this and the practice that he has, Special for me is an overwhelming favorite.
Wow, one of the big things that is an advantage for a Terran in this situation. Terran's the aggressor. Terran's the one that has to make things happen against a Protoss. And when it comes to new maps, they aren't quite figured out how to.
真的很伯仲之间啊，54%而已。那表示其实大家也是对 Major 这边有信心。
It'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Thank you guys very much for your thoughts. Thank you guys for voting at home. But it is time to get into our final round of 8 match. It's probably the one you've been waiting for. It is going to be Neeb versus Special.
我们看一下第一场。
Welcome everybody to the marquee matchup. This is the big deal here in this quarterfinal. We've got your WCS Austin champion in Neeb taking on, I don't even want to call him an upstart. We've seen a lot of talent out of this guy. He was looking to win maybe Austin, and now he's here again with this rematch. As they said, this is going to be a great matchup, Rotterdam.
Really happy to be casting this one with you, Jeff. I think yesterday we had a lot of fun, and today I think we're going to have even more fun because these games should be fantastic. I am going to echo what the Muslim said. Neeb seems incredibly confident in this matchup, and that's something that's quite rare out of these guys.
正在地图的左上角，来自Team 战队的 Neeb， 非常第一神。
You know it's a good match is when one person's like, oh no, Neeb's totally got this, and then Todd comes back
在地图右下角，
Special
来
is the clear
自
favorite.
不知道什么战队的
That's
Major。
so much fun. Well, here we are in the first map, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited because this is going to be absolutely amazing. In the top left-hand side, from America, representing Ting, it's Neeb.
Neeb 的粉丝还是蛮多的。
He is, of course, still our WCS reigning champion. Had a good run in Challenger as well, but didn't go all the way. Actually lost the PVT. We can talk about that soon. As we're looking at the main base of our Mexican Terran, who is living in South Korea. Can he go all the way this time? It is Special.
他最近 ID 都改成用 Special 来打。
They talked about how Neeb has been showing a lot of Phoenix Adept. He's very
其他就是 Major。
aggressive in that way. He's not a stand back kind of Protoss, but he's also not like a timing attack kind of guy where it all comes down to one big attack. He does obviously give himself multiple chances. Then on the flip side, when I also think of aggression. I think of a guy that's going to make you make mistakes because of his multitasking, because of his harass.
两边应该都是以赢为主。
Recently, I casted a series where Neeb lost ultra
Major
against the Canadian
感觉以他习惯都是习惯走2颗雷的开局，投2颗雷，然后家里再买1颗雷。
Now in Neeb's defense, that was an online series, and he played from South Korea. But I asked Neeb about it. He's like, no, he's like, I just
有可能是 VS 啊。
It happens. You know, every now and then you just have a bad series, and that was just kind
出了
of
教室，然后加速。
Focusing on this game though, Odyssey, our first map, this proxy factory,
野 VF 应该是野全家。
something we would
因为
expect
VF
maybe
然后配一个
a
VS。
but out of Special, we don't see this that often.
And I think that's what's so smart about playing this best of 5. There's a lot of logic behind opening up with
好，
something
果然是
offbeat
VS，
like
然后
that,
这
throwing
边
your opponent off.
第一只死神
Special
来
in
到
particular is one of those guys that
Neeb 的
very
家
much
中。
so it's very well known, will copy the
对，没
absolute
有看到
best
科技线。
players and can be a little bit formulaic that way and become predictable. So if you can kind of break away
这
from
边
that
还
mold,
行。
you can make your opponent start to think. And we've seen some of these guys get unraveled that way.
And you know what this reminds me of as well? The very first time that Neeb was in the grand finals, Intel Extreme Masters Shanghai. Back then, he went up against Uthermal. This was last year.
Okay.
And Uthermal just immediately brought all the aggression to Neeb.
这个是不断投雷的开局，会投3传吧，
on stage,
一直投一直投。
Can be a little
这会很
terrifying
烦
because，
因为
often
这个很考验神族的基本功。
And if something
你
goes
的
wrong,
教
it's a
室不
little
能
bit
停，
snowball
你的教室要一
effect.
直
So
出，
bringing the pressure,
然后每个矿区
bringing
都
the
要插一个
aggression
水晶
very
塔。
early on, game 1 of a best of
第
5.
一
I
只出
think
先
that's an
知，
excellent way
先
to
知
start
出
off
去
this
之
series for our
后，
Mexican Terran.
因为它是直接飞主人类主矿的话，其实还蛮，就是看成都的反应怎么样。啊，果然是这个开局了，等等他一直出轨了，一直出轨了。然后在第4传的时候会改成解放者。
If he's facing this, get submarines showing up. He's going to need.
那这套路还是蛮凶猛。
That's true, but I think this Oracle is going to be very busy with defending, right? Like, do you really want to ignore both mines? It's a toss-up. I mean, maybe he goes for the SCV kills. He gets a whole bunch. But what I want to say in general, Neeb makes a very late mothership core. He does have one now, but he only has one total overcharge available. The Oracle is giving it back. No, to the other side of the map.
这边是我看到2个雷，好，这边先支回去，这边是要拿来造的。
And it's damage control time. Reaper going to get some kills to the natural side of the lane. Widowmines do go down.
很关键，巴农
massive connection. 8 probes die there. The second one picked up, but it's just a delay tactic. There's nothing there. There's no energy for a photon overcharge.
Okay, maybe the Oracle can kill it in time. No, instead, Special's going to pick it up. Oh, it's going to shoot.
It's revealed.
Well, gets a probe and gets the money.
这还行，9只龙。虽然说有点小亏，不过3基地也顺利放下去了。这边只要一直出凤凰，应该要守住就不是什么问题。不然持续的在抖，不然很小心哦。因为鬼要抓 ，OK， 没什么问题了。这边力要他全部抓起来。那这样的话，其实 PF 就不要再场兵了，因为这凤凰一定会出去巡。
And as you pointed out, Rotterdam, what an aggressive response.
把这边找到，这边就等着，只要你地雷一出来就直接抬。因为下面直接往前压，不过这压力很长很长。
Was not paying attention. He's going to shoot, good shoot at the Oracle, and it was going to try. You saw Special trying to.
幸好凤凰是血比较多，所以被炸一炮不会有事。反正压你再掉一床。这边强兵压3基地。他在玩极限了，没救。所以赶快。所以我是觉得。
It actually gets picked off straight up. Oracle comes in and joins up. Doesn't get cleaned up. It never really threatened the Nexus though. Like the damage output of that had to be very low. So zero ability for Neeb to defend that. And of course, as we saw, not only was he more than enough. So a little bit of an interesting choice from Special. He tried something a little bit dicey in the early game here. It started to look.
不过Neeb倒是没有什么乱，那农民领先上方给放下去。
Yeah, the second drop, like you said, that one
真转成一个凤凰教室的配兵主神，没什么问题，妥妥的。我们再投一个雷，看Neeb反应。Neeb反应蛮快的，炸一龙，这还行。我这个。 这反应，这Neeb这今天反应其实还不错，除了第一次的那个2颗雷没有反应到之外，他其他的几乎都反应到了。好，这边造起来，点掉，没什么问题。等Neeb，等VC 盖完要提共振圈了。
Should probably just burrow these other 2 random mines in a random location, and there's a good chance it will connect.
可以买好，反正都是要阴神族的。这应该是我看到，因为我看到那个黑点，他这个雷被炸到。不过凤凰就是血多，所以不怕被炸。好的，雷可不可以清掉？可以，没什么问题。没有这边走路雷再买1颗，真的很讨厌啊！这边就一直搞一直搞。好。 全部的地雷全部都被防住了。这样的话 ，Special 就只有枪兵的话，对神族威胁不大。好，这边凤凰可以来乱了。现在能抓什么就抓什么。这2个兵还没办法第一时间盖完。好，这边。 看到一下，凤凰持续在续哦，很凶。这教室直接贴了吗？这没教室，这没有攻速哎。哇，太凶了，这没有攻速哎。太凶了。这如果说有攻速，那当然贴是没关系的，不过这是没攻速的。 不过没差，反正现在Neeb是优势。有看到有看到。啊，这2颗都有看到。哎，刚说有看到你就中雷，哎，这个也不会吧？下一下。压力太大了。到处 地图上都是雷，这可能要盖 VR 线了。盖 VR 出叮当了，有他出叮当了。这一定要出叮当的。
For God's sakes, call a plumber or something. Can we stop the leaking
of
widow mines?
BF 真的蛮讨厌的，那个就直接
They're actually all over the map.
在那边一直
a big ransacking of SCVs at this third base, but that double drop.
Oh, this actually makes me worried because now those units are out of position, and this army represents quite a bit of DPS. Adept upgrade is almost done. Resonating Glaive is about to finish up, but the Phoenixes need to be here too, though. I don't think that Neeb has enough.
A little bit of a pause there, and a lot of the adepts do die. Now,
有点亏，可能教师数量不多，好像在刷人应该要挡住，不是困难。这不能贴吧？这不能贴。
I think it's safe to say that Neeb should have probably tried to do
还是凤凰还是可以打的。3个月都有看到。
Reactor connected to it as well. Even though Neeb's economy is just tremendous, and that's why he's able to produce a lot of units. He's going to jump on top of his army.
这边第一时间点先知，不过这凤凰全部都激活了医疗体，没什么问题哦。
That Phoenix adept composition just giving fits to what Special's trying to do. Now behind this, Special was able to secure and kind of get that third up and going. There it is again. Yeah, we all see it. Everybody sees it except for Neeb. Can someone make a ting phone call to this guy? Is that not working? Just stop it. Get rid of it.
Maybe Special to make more mine. He just wants him to build more wines. So he's like, I can take them all over and over and over again. This is good for me.
啊，四框这边已经有产兵做防守了，到处都地了。
Neeb did take a fourth base behind this.
Neeb 其实也很烦，因为这到处都有地雷，你不敢随随便便就直接上去打。
But he is incapable of dealing a big blow here so far.
I think it's safe to say that from this
point on,
okay. Sit back and go up in supply. Phoenix Adapt is awesome, but there is a point where it drops off. There is a point where you need to transition. Neeb is actually already doing that, but if Special grabs all
the Major 前期是蛮烈的，不过大家慢慢的这样多线，也是把兵续的差不多，也是有。这边抬矿罗。 现在Major是靠矿罗在爆兵的。
No, that's not what's happening. That's just a mistake. But
这边凤凰先回来，先守一守，这边打3线。 看一下Neeb的防守功力，那可能要看一下立场发挥怎么样。后面有3颗地雷。Neeb的防守功力真的好。
But is the army of Special big enough?
The Widow Mine's doing some massive damage, but the Phoenix able to pick up a lot of those Marines and thin the herd.
我这样放完其实
5-5波，差不多。I think what Special wants, you can see the supplies evening out a little bit. And again, technically, if you look at that, it looks like Neeb did win that fight in every way. And the Phoenix again.
正面其实Neeb已经算够硬了，上面有凤凰在抢制空，下面有不朽在占地面，全部的医疗也都会被点。
How many Phoenixes have died? Neeb made like 10 Phoenixes.
现在战损比Major亏了2000。
He needs to kill him too because they're doing such an amazing job of making sure that each time Special tries to harass.
目前Major一直在打乱Neeb的节奏，不过Neeb一直都守得很好，没有丝毫没有受到一点影响。
Mike Morheim Hawaiian shirt levels of lunacy that are going on right now.
I don't really know what to say. At first, I was like, he's just convinced he can deal with these mines. But now I feel like it's becoming a tiny bit dicey. But Neeb is just okay with fighting against these mines over and over again. He's going to clean it up one more time. But I think now he may have
死光了。
It's like, no, you know what?
不过他4基地还是顺利开出去了，将前面就营运真的不乱了。虽然他兵一直送，不过他基地还是顺利开出去。我这2个可以打很久，打天荒地老。
Everybody is giving their son a widow mine these days.
All right, now Adepts do show up to that third base as well. It will get.
我这边换Neeb来烧一下Major，不过Major防守功力也不错，到处都有兵。我的BF 真的是当家里在铲的，一直铲。这个BF 至少铲了，这还有40颗地雷吧？
Absolutely, but during all of this, Special has gone up to 4 bases. So
日本这边开出黄金矿
is alive.
3 upgrades.
Yep, and Ghost.
这两边真的是高手对决，棋逢对手啊！
But he is eventually, I think, going to need a couple
这
of
就
Vikings.
真的是高手对决，
Ghost liberator.
你一拳我一拳，好，这边也出了鬼子，双方打得很紧。
Colossus are not the let's kill all bio.
这攻防也不落下，
that it used to be.
到处都有兵哦。
has to be stopping the factory. They've had enough.
啊，这边 VF 终于是要清了。哎，这凤凰。
But I do think that eventually you need to do something about the Colossus, right? Like if the Colossus can't
这 VF 终于是出不了地雷了。
If you don't have any Vikings, that's going to be tough. And there we have it. The first Vikings are on the way.
Yeah,
还行。
have some Vikings coming in. That is, you can use Liberators.
没觉得可能要多先要起飞了。
That also becomes a little bit weird. Like if you fight out.
说真的，这
you don't get a good
ID 遮起来，我真以为是 TY 在打。
Kind of stationary. It's hard to deal with them that way. So Vikings are the reliable tech. Viking, Liberator, Ghost. That is a beast of an army if in the hands of a good player and man.
真的，Neeb 防守功力真的很强啊，到处都有兵，上面有兵，黄金矿这边有兵。因为这分兵真的很考验反应的。没有鬼子啊，这 EMP 先打一发，这边全都没有盾了。这边先点巨像，不错，这边。我这边上面不知道会不会打下来。 下面是守住了，那上面呢？好像是三基地有危险。这边开了个小光炮，这边胖子有点多。这边梅九又投了，不知道什么东西在黄金矿那边。两个光头，两个机枪，我这到处都有兵呢。 真打的都很紧，现在目前大家可能要换。不过 Neeb 还是有小小优势的，差不多要转电兵了吧？这个立场格不错，这拉巨枪拉手也不错。这围巾卡先优先点，围巾数量有点多。还有 EMP 真的很烦。
Good EMPs going down, peeling off the shields.
打中3发，那就果断上前冲。真展开一个270度的流。我的不朽爸爸真的是爸爸，不朽提供包多少伤害啊！好，这边冲锋王冲上来 ，Oh my god！ 两边真的是。 这真的就是高手，高手。这边鬼子也被追下来。这两边怎么可以强成这么样子？不是，为什么没有人机？因为他赶快出巨像出不朽，他没有那个多余的时间出人机。这场真的打得很紧。现在在踢，这应该是2防吧？2防跟1盾。这是3防跟1盾了。 然后 Major 这边是33已经好了，我们引刀啊，这边连 BT 都插了哇 ！Major 这营运真的不错啊。这两边都打得非常非常的紧，先引刀砍了5只龙。 有只三矿掉，不过三矿其实这矿已经快干了。这些上面被迫交了2把雷达。这凤凰又抓到这3船兵，妈！有这抓到，3船兵抓到。哇，这两边真的是很强啊！上面有3船兵，下面也有4船兵。这两边怎么可以强成这么样子？下面可能要刷1轮差。对，刷1轮差才有机会守住。上面3船兵动。 这边有冲锋狂，两边实在太强了吧！你冲，然后鬼来炸，哦！好，这边下面也在动，3船兵。人刚刚 Neeb 错过了，这个矿又被端掉。 这边没有闪电啊，没有闪电去阻止这。啊，这个夜光球可能会被点吗？没有，再起来。好，上面守住了。这已经是。这 ID 遮住，你跟我讲是8本在打 T1， 我都相信啊。
One blink, so low, but it does get away.
好，这边三传兵是活下来。
Hit the boost again for Pete's sakes! Come on, man!
Wow.
我这边点了一传
，nice pick off there.
10人口就这样没了。
All right, but it will end up retreating with 2 of the 4 medevacs. They do get the next.
对啊，继续来推，继续推。
His mine has shot so many times and has never killed anything.
That mine was originally built on Terra, where of course eons away from there now.
现在人口的话 ，Neeb 战斗人口是领先30。其实这样人口都咬得很紧。
But keep in mind, something you talked about. Yes, the army of special is very big with workers.
看了一下你的大部队在上面 ，Neeb 赶快回救。
But with low workers, you're not
现在引刀就可以起到很大作用。啊，不过这边是有带鬼子的，这边也不好使。EMP 先炸一把，这边哨兵都没摸。这先把解放清了吧？啊，没机会清。刷一大排追猎，然后跳解放者，解放球走，炸，没炸到。 可惜了。啊，下面也有兵哇！这真的太强了吧！这，你跟我讲是 T1 在打8本我都信啊！上面是守住了，那下面不知道什么时候守不守住。下面守住了，哇！两边人口还是咬得很紧哦。这真的太强了吧！这2个。
Meanwhile, all my ladder games have 0. I don't know
what's happening.
Good forward blink there. It felt like Special was finally finding an opening, but Neeb just shutting both attacks down.
鬼雷不知道砸几千个东西啊！看一下夜光球怎么炸。哇 ，Major 操作很好，分了一小波部队给夜光球，不过 Major 已经没部队了，打出GG。恭喜 Neeb。第一场就打出这么高水准比赛，这几乎是已经是韩国顶尖的水准了。
What an amazing game! 5 out of 5 stars, if you ask me. That's fantastic. It felt like I was watching a match. You know, we're both splitting up the task. Awesome stuff. I mean, obviously, the first mine drop was good. The second one didn't do that much. From that moment on, Special was behind. He kept hanging in there, kept trying to find an opening, and found one from time to time. We had that crazy attack by Neeb without a prism, where we felt that maybe he started to throw it. But the macro that Neeb had, like you said, I mean, that was a sweet deal we got on those Colossus.
Yeah, I gotta talk to his supplier.
其实前面也很好看啊，只是 DVD 可能大家会看比较沉闷一点。
A lot of times after a
还有人
match
族
like
内
that,
战
you're like, okay, like look guys, they made mistakes. I get that. It's because of how much is going on. Not very many. Sure, a couple of engagements were a little bit aggressive or something like that, but Special constantly doing a good job of pulling.
那第2张图是深海礁岩哦，那这深海礁岩是很考验自己防守功力的。
On the other side was Neeb splitting up his army. By the way, guys, for us as viewers, we're spoiled by talent because we look at this, we're like, how hard is it to split up your army and defend in multiple locations?
But he doesn't see the army of Major or his Special moving, so he doesn't know exactly how many units he needs to have on the south side or on the north side.
But he always has the right number somehow, anyways.
Awesome game. That was super fun to watch. Please. Give us some more of that, Jeff. What a great way to start this best of 5. Game number 2 is going to be played on Abyssal. Are we going to have a proxy factory pumping out 36 Widow Mines once again?
No, that was a one-time thing. It's never going to happen again. But we were here, Kevin, you and I.
第2场深海礁岩，村在左上角，来自 Team 战队的 Neeb， 非韩神帝。
But here we are in map number 2. Neeb takes a hard-fought game number 1. And we're going to get into this one. In the top left-hand side, from America, your WCS Austin champion, it's Neeb.
After that game,
来第5右下角，来自墨西哥的毒枭 Major 的死胖子啊，不是
Over here on the right bottom side, looking at the main base of our Mexican Terran player, also played a fantastic game. Perhaps this time we can end on the winning side. It is.
谢谢追随。
You can already kind of cheat a little bit here and see that that's not going to be the case.
我们看一下，两边都是一个正常开。
Special falls back on a straight up macro
日本也
harass
是
macro kind of game.
必应该就去侦查。
The first drop did good. It got 8 probes for a lot of people's
没什么问题。
sentence. Everything after that was locked down, amazing defense from Neeb. And I felt like Special got really far behind, but was able to claw it back, and at times looked like he was the one that could win that game.
Yep.
像这样两边都打赢的话，就很考验他们中期的一些思路了。像这种高手打到后面，已经是你一拳我一拳，你一脚我一脚。这已经不是人的战斗了。
If we get any more of that, we're gonna have a simply amazing Sunday.
我觉得美酒也是必赢开路况，然后应该也是一样，跟商场一样，只是说 VF 这一盘会比较稳，放在家里。应该也是2地雷的头2颗地雷。
And if that is not good enough, there's
also a better deal.
Well, I mean, you kind of need StarCraft for my deal.
Okay,
but I have heard, and I'm not sure if we've mentioned it today.
We haven't.
There is a new announcement pack coming out soon.
Get out.
我去看一下，看有没有看到 Neeb 那个科技建
I
筑
don't know,
物。
but this one is special.
这场的话，因为深海礁岩的跳点算蛮多的，
Yes.
所以其实要看到 Neeb 的科技也是蛮简单的。
Gonna have both players fall back into their more standard opening. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Stargate here.
我这场 Neeb 的感觉是 VC 开啊，
As he used to be called, a little history.
因为他气其实踩得蛮慢的。
You know what I'm
感觉是 VC 开。
curious about? If Neeb once again goes for Stargate, and if he does go up to 3 bases again that incredibly fast, this has been a discussion for a long time, right? Can you
没有，
punish
他
him as
这
a Terran?
还是他 VS 开，还是他飞机场。
And if TY does it, there's a good chance that Special is going to do it as well. As we see a couple of pylons actually go down, but the Cyclone is already on the way. You know, Jeff, I know a lot of Terran players hate this, a lot of pro players like this. I find this questionable. For me,
不过这导弹车应该是可以把一个水晶塔打
this
掉。
falls flat on its face,
没什
and
么
I
问
like
题。
this as well. Being active with the Reaper, let's just see how much damage these overcharges will be able to do.
Well, it is going to get shut
这
down
边打在一个水晶塔，就是看母球可以打到第2个水晶塔。
I wouldn't even overcharge.
Yeah, he's going to do it. Not a good call.
这样的话，那种算是算完美防守吧，因为没有掉建筑物，
I don't think that's the case with the Marines backing it
只
up.
掉了一支枪兵算可以接受了。
There was a time where if you opened Reaper, you didn't necessarily see a Cyclone coming out behind that, and that kind of
这样前期美酒稍微赚了一点。
Now, Cyclones are pretty common, so I do agree with you. It becomes a lot less good.
This Reaper has been doing some serious work. Not only did it get 2 kills, but it forced the probes to be running around a little bit, on and off.
这边守完之后可能会投2颗地雷。
up to 3 bases that fast. What I want to say before we saw that pylon madness is sometimes you saw TY build a bunker,
2个导弹车。
bunker in the dark.
这还是说是要投一个导弹车配一个鬼。
Final of Katowice did it against stats.
其实他现在选择投蛮多样化的，可以投2个导弹车，可以投1个导弹车配一个地雷。
This Nexus is going to be a little bit later regardless.
A little bit later.
2个导弹车，然后配6枪，然后地雷是防守用的，这样也行。
Look at the pylon placement at the natural. I think there's one.
这样的话，Neeb 有点难守啊，Neeb 最后一把炮弹。
It's even ready. Is it ready?
Might just have the energy does, but just the
不过这3矿可能会逼退，这3矿一定是守不住。但直接走上去，哇！
Wow, is this gonna
这样完蛋了，这样
Neeb
很难守。Neeb 现在没兵应该还没补，只有1个兵是应该3兵赢了。可是这样的话，真刷教室应该也很难守啊。
The pickup of the heavy hitter, the Cyclone, a good choice as the other Cyclone's going to make its way out of here. But all of a sudden, this attack gets a little bit thwarted, and Neeb again continues to dazzle.
Neeb just makes it look.
这波真的算
I
伤
don't
了。
understand. That could have been so difficult.
Yeah.
If you do that a little bit
我这
worse,
边看这
you
个
lose
可
your
能
depth
走
one，by
应该是
one,
可以走。
and it can become a snowball effect where you don't have enough DPS to kill the Marines.
Well, you can
anymore.
see our jaded
这个雷故意来
like,
买，
nope, this is it.
看可不可以
That's
扎
going
先
to
知。
kill us here. Neeb's like, guys, hold my
哇
beer. We'll be fine. Like,
，Neeb 的反应也太好了吧！他还绕一下，哇，他知道那边会有鬼的。
on a bad day, I like it.
这个意识也太好了。他绝对不会打，他绝对不会打，因为他知道那边有地雷。这意识真的太好了。哎，看他被吸引过去了。
No, you can't kill it.
那样抬起来也没什么用啊。
Neeb is still a human being as well.
No, he was picking it up.
浪费了50魔。
Threaten it. Mind games.
At least keep it in one place, right? Kind of like a lock. But in the end, that was well done by Special, and we can see that Neeb is a human being. Every now and then.
我讲的话 ，Major 还是有小小优势的。等补下3比0，然后一个 VR。这边要转一个凤凰教室哦。这场就是打的跟上场差不多。那 Major 也跟上场差不多开局。因为 Major 这个走路雷很妖。我看Neeb反应，Neeb反应很快，非常快。
Losing a probe is not that bad, but pulling the probes is
前线在操作凤凰佳丽，被鬼烧居然还可以看得到。这个对小地图很敏感。
I love this series so far, Jeff.
这边可能还要再进攻一个东西，这个时间可能来不及干好。
It's pretty close to a death sentence.
因为要拉农吧，这可能打不掉。
I think this mine will pretty much always shoot. If the adapts were there, it won't shoot, but now it will shoot.
6农哇，这就赚了，这赚了。
I mean, 6 is nice, but it's a third Nexus, so it's not really about.
光炮建造时间我记得是比鬼雷还要久一点点。鬼雷 CD 是40秒嘛。
Server spots it, sees
这边前线盖 BG， 这边是直接打一波。双矿5比1一波。
Even the SCV, now the photon overcharge thinning the herd a little bit. Some hits against the medevac, you gotta watch for that.
好，凤凰逼退之后再往前压。
More adepts coming in.
这边有 BT， 但你没办法第一时间抬我导弹车跟鬼雷，把这 OB 直接送了。
Somehow that observer took one for the team. Did you see that?
照一下，
was always
可是
gonna
没什么卵
die,
用。
but at least triggered a mine. I think Neeb is gonna wipe in a few more adapts and shade forward. I think the attack is happening.
Yep.
好，这边先追出来，有要追吗？好，追出来这边抬导弹车。 哦，不抬吗？他抬的是胖子。我觉得应该是守住了。那还行吧。大家Neeb又打回来。这部分是Neeb完美守住了。
I mean, it was pretty much even, I think. I mean, obviously it was a good cleanup for Neeb. He lost quite a few units. Good job there picking up that with a mine as well. There's one of those low HP medevacs. You got to be careful with Phoenixes. Phoenixes are very expensive.
这边球员眼力也不错，马上就找到了。这个3矿我们把它打掉。这边梅九汉来投2传，现在节奏开始提起来了。因为要投哪边？ 直接投 BY 这边吗？啊 ，BY 呢刚好有一个洞嘛。
It's very hard for adepts to get in there to deal with it. Mothership Core is out of position. This is a very successful drop. And Terran players like Special always have another attack. This is the first attack. There is always something else happening. The adepts get spotted. I wonder how Neeb is going to deal with it. This is awkward because of the adepts and the short range.
这边市场边很凶，不过这2个bomb炮交下去，也好像挡不住人族啊。这3只教师是在搞笑的吧？这边多线起飞啊！然后看到 TY 身影啊！
But meanwhile, the natural, so much damage coming in.
这边2边双线都打得不错啊，你有人打懵逼啊！
Get the Nexus.
Oh my God, this
这虽然手术不会，这已经是亏成马。
Widowmine shot again, being a little bit of a traitor. But the Phoenix count only at 3, not the biggest of.
这边Neeb想要打一波，可是我觉得没机会。家里只要续解放者就好了。
To protect his mineral line, no, Neeb could have gone for a couple of SCVs there for free. Instead, he's wasting a little bit of time.
其实是家里兵稍微少一点。
Wow. Great drops there. I mean, that's really what Special needed.
And
he's coming back for more. This cannon is going to get picked off.
Major 打出自己的风采。
Stargate is unpowered, so no extra Phoenixes.
这是他Neeb最后一波。
That often is a bad sign for a Protoss.
Yeah,
这教室只要没烧到东西就输了。教室虽然多，可是这胖子数量也很多啊。
It was going to be a trade at best, and he needed so much more than that. Neeb losing out back at home. loses the army
因
over
为名
here.
伟大的
And
神
I'm
族
not
死在这
surprised to
诡异
see
的战
those
术
two
之下，
GG's called
对不起
out.
Major，
This
1比
series
1
is
扳平。
gonna get tied up.
This is awesome. Such an action-packed series so far. Incredibly high level
这场
play.
Major 的
I think
多
that
线能
Neeb
力真的
felt
是很
really
强，
good after that first
打出
push.
一场高水准
But
比赛。
then I think he went too aggressive. What I love from Terran players these days, Jeff, is that they wait with their drops until they see where the Phoenixes are. Major is like, oh, your Phoenixes are at the bottom of my natural, you're picking off a mine. This is my moment to send the first 2 medevacs. I'm gonna try to sneak behind enemy lines, unloads those 2 medevacs in the main, and that obviously opens another path for that second drop that did devastating amount of damage in the natural. Just a really good setup there by Special.
Wow, we've got some great games for you guys. I hope you guys are excited. We're gonna take a quick little break here so our players can rest and recoup for the action coming ahead. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll see you in just a few moments' time.
没错没错 ，Major 的其实他风格不太像 Beyond 哦，他风格比较像 TY， 左边烧右边烧，正面再推进。可是他正面真的偏软，如果他真的是归一拳的话，归一拳不一定打得过Neeb的正面了，因为Neeb的正面其实很硬。他刚好这个打法也刚好是打到一个凤凰教室的一个中间的一个弱势的 timing 点。就是他们是休息一下嘛，不然怎么会跳广告？通常不是就是直接跳第3场吗？我先吃个饭。
Supply depots insufficient. Overlords superior.
Need creep for that. Man, how does Sarah do it?
Your detestable Zerg have evolved.
Nuclear missile ready. That takes me back.
I would warp in more pylons if I were you.
Mutation complete. Man, I wish I hadn't seen that.
You have to place that thing on creep.
You're engaging the opponent. Time to raise your APM.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now joining us, you missed a doozy of a game 1 and 2. We're all tied up in this best of 5. The winner will go on to the semifinals. to eventually try and take the throne in the important
第3场要来啊！刚才可能是 Major 或 Neeb 其中一个去上厕所。
I guess so. You know what though? He might want more. No, that's true. Hearing Neeb up there is like, I actually want all of them.
Seating, maybe.
Yeah, seating. Sure.
看一下他们第3张图是选什么。
We're gonna get ready to hop into game.
如果没记错，好像是选
interesting map as it's Proxima Station. I think it's
选那个嘛，
map
中
that is
转站
almost
嘛。
impossible to play without a Stargate for
哎，不是
pros,
普罗西
but
嘛？
also a map that is excellent for some
我们看一下
liberated
第5 点位，
that we haven't seen
在
in
上
this
方
series.
来自 Team 战队的
We've
Neeb。
seen a little bit of liberators, but it's just been so intense before that. In the top right-hand side, having this series evened out underneath him from America, it is Ting Neeb.
I saw something there.
What'd you see?
来下方，来自墨西哥的大毒枭死胖子 Major。
Over here on the left bottom side, we're looking at the main base of our Mexican Terran. Awesome comeback in game number 2. It is special.
Maybe trying to confirm if it's a proxy or like CC first. We've seen it's going to be special. It's going to probably change things. But I really like your point, Rotterdam. Where you said, you know what? If you're going to do a
看一
starting
下
build,
开局两边都一样啊，没有说要搞人或者什么
pretty。formulaic for Neeb saying, I might get there in different ways.
Neeb 是直接裸双吗？
That's how I
对，
believe.
并开2矿。
And I think it's incredibly important.
为什么是大毒枭？因为墨西哥都在卖毒啊。看他那一副眼，感觉就是个大毒枭。
People are all confused. Special, of course, used to be known as Major. People wonder why are we
好
calling him Special?
，Major
Requested it. So
出去盖个东那个什么，
Major is now special.
盖完兵的工兵直接去探路。
Still call him Major since we've done that for 6-7 years.
这两个都营运开局，
Sure, there is no
都没有想说要去野2兵之类的，
when it comes to Phoenix Adapt at the moment.
都打得很稳啊，这两个。我们只是看 Special Major 这边是要把 VF 放外面，还是要放自己家而已？猜这边。啊 ，VF 他会放自己家，所以他没有要直接前期搞人。跟工兵看一看，都是很营运的开局哦。不过这农民他是绕这个点位。野这点位有点不太妙。哎，Major 在干嘛？死神稍微迷茫了一下。 好的，死神可不可以抓掉？点一下。不知道下面那只工兵是要干嘛的？
We did see from our awesome observer, Mr. Mapu here earlier, that the Stargate was scouted basically at its inception.
BS
，went down, it was immediately scouted.
那感觉那只工兵是要野 VC 啊。
Further in the meta, we'd be like, wow, that's really, really bad. It's obviously not great to have it scouted, but it's just so predictable that it's really not the end of the world.
Nope. I think there's nothing else
加速一只先知，
to find there in the main base, especially on Proxima. There are some
可能还会加速到第2只先知哦。这边 Neeb 其实每场打法都一样，2先知然后转凤教，凤凰教士。这开局也是相当的错，2颗地雷，1颗埋中间，1颗往前走，非常讨厌哦。啊，2颗埋中间啊，哇！ 这真的非常讨厌了 ，Oh my god！ 哇，这样 Major 前期赚了。哦，这2颗雷是很讨厌的。现在也不知道 Neeb 下面那个农民要干什么。不过这真的是相当讨厌，这是真的。每盘Major都地雷，我靠，这3颗地雷很凶。这3个地雷又跟刚才2个地雷不一样。我这地雷放这边是怎样？好，这边主方1颗地雷，2方1颗地雷，哇！ 都是各种烧啊，4颗5个5农， 然后这边怎么还有一颗地雷？这到处都有地雷。我觉得以后Major就是双 BF 出地雷好了，他这辈子就出地雷，也不是不行啊，爆地雷。这场我怎么觉得 Neeb 不好打？这边造完一个，还有2个啊。哇，4哦！这样 Neeb 真的是很亏了，亏着打。
This is terrible. This is so hard to deal with. Worker-wise, you could say like, 40 against 40. No, guys, this is really bad.
到处都有地雷敏感性。主方那边斜坡口一个，矿区又有一个，3矿矿区又有一个，到处都有地雷。这边医疗艇又要再去投地雷。真的可以双 VF 出地雷。Major 这一场真打的有个骚的。哇，这Neeb这场应该是走人了，各种地雷为主。直接打GG了，很快。这场完全是被地雷打到失去理智了。难道说 Major 要晋级了？
And just kind of outmaneuvered Neeb. Special taking the initiative. He's one map away from winning this series and getting revenge for WCS Austin.
It's amazing, but on this level, killing that first Oracle was everything. Major getting the kill on that first Oracle. After that, there is a Phoenix on the way. Neeb is playstyle. It's so sharp, it's so crisp, but if one thing goes wrong, and in this case you lose the Oracle, it's a domino effect. Just everything falls down. Obviously, I love to follow up with the extra mines.
继续爆凤凰出教室啊，然后下 BF 啊，盖光炮啊，也只能这样啊，先知就不要出去啊，先造地雷。其实 BR 可以不用出啊，你要第一时间放那个冶炼厂，你要赶快下光炮在矿区里面，也不会克 BS 啊，因为。 其实这开局本来就这样。也没什么，这场就是真Neeb失误了。因为通常你先知飞到中场的时候，你就会开始注意一下地图有没有地雷在搞你。那只是说，刚刚是Neeb反应来不及，第一只先知被抓到。 不用很早啊，你发现对面是铲到什么3、4只，你再开始下 BF 就好。
Yeah, so it gives you often like just those few extra seconds that could be enough to get another Phoenix out, to get another Graviton beam, lift up those mines. It's important to scout early on. Proxies have been popular on this map because there isn't really a ramp going into the natural.
现在Major已经拿到赛末点了，前Neeb很紧张，是不是要放一旁快攻？
No, probably not, but it is something that we have to mention.
第4张地图程序装置，完蛋了。这一张图Major可以打野全家。 啊，感觉应该是没有啊。他憋那个什么狐狸战士放家里。其实这张图其实你 VF 直接给在 Neeb 的下面，3矿在下面一点是很强的。因为你5件核心不可能第一时间放在。 我用滑鼠啊，也在这边你第一时间发现不到，可是你这边空中这医疗艇载过去是很快的。Special， 左下角，墨西哥死胖子。
He had some issues where he, was meant to go to tournaments and didn't. It was kind of this problem child. Man, has he turned it around and become something of a
你把它搞人了，双瓦开，还没开矿。这应该是因为地图比较大关系，Neeb怕Major是野建筑物，所以他是2瓦开2矿。这样可以笃定Neeb的科技线会很早。
Game number 2 started off pretty decent as well. Just the first time those two Medivacs were not spotted. You know, that's where things went downhill real fast with the follow-up drop as well. I just love the pace of the first two games. And even game 3, there's no other way to put it with all those mines. But obviously, not, you know, it wasn't as fun as game number 1 and 2.
好，我们看一下这 BY 之后会放什么。他这么早挖这个双气，应该是出 VS 哦。
Just wait until Walker 4 is out, and that'll be 40. It's gonna be a disaster.
这国外在激动了。这不知道看一下。
I do want to give a shout out too as well to our observers. We've got a duo observer team. They're doing a great job.
157会出什么呢？
Absolutely fantastic.
啊，157啊，应该是那个啦 ，VS 开了。
Nate holding down the desk, Mix at the stage. Good times all around.
好，那我们联合先来看一下，没什么问题哦。像这种死神一直在控的人组是很讨厌，他不会让你去点他的机会。好，这边哇 ，Major 直接3开了，他直接不把Neeb当人了。 他现在觉得Neeb应该这场会打很怂，所以他才会3开。真的是不把Neeb当人看了，直接3开。看Neeb吧，Neeb看是要先点2兵营再开矿，还是先开矿？他如果现在先开矿的话，还可以打。他如果先点2兵营的话就很亏。我以他那么沉稳的个性，应该还是会先点2兵营。好，这差不多4分钟，他还觉得是。 盖兵啊，亏到爆，亏到姥姥家去了。这真的很亏哦，因为对面是一个很透的开局。
Look where the Oracle flies. Muska, he's not gonna take this base. He's gonna take the base at 12.
All right, for those of you at home, just to keep track.
真的是亏到家，对面还开，对面是盖完2兵之后开3矿，所以很亏哦。 这边先知还很稳哦，故意绕很远的路去人族的家，因为他怕路上到处有地雷哦。这种绕法就是怕有地雷的绕法，而且只敢照天气哦。他连 VF 都还没盖好、啊。这个 Major 的心理战博弈已经达成了。 可能也是因为Neeb现在是被赛幕点关系，所以他打各种沉稳，也没什么错、啊。毕竟沉稳就对了。啊，这边凤凰先知，不过这应该也不能做什么事情。 再丢一个天气吧。他这样也爽，杀一只农。这边下来 VCBF 这边想提教室的1攻，我是觉得这张图真的难打。这个开局 Major 已经完完全全算死Neeb了。
Phoenix trying to find some purchase, but for right now, they're kind of residing themselves to a couple of kills and mostly just information. Special always sharking around looking for a win. I wonder. Okay, here's me overthinking again. I was like, is that single Marine to bait out the Phoenix? No, it was not. I was gonna go scout.
现在双方农民数只差7只。
They already are, and they're pretty darn good.
通常来讲，如果你是裸双开的人类，然后正常先放什么2兵营、5兵营，然后开3矿的那种人族，现在的工兵人口大概是40几只。好，这边凤凰看能不能烧多一点，烧多多就烧多多。
makes the first push of Special so much weaker, and that is everything that Neeb wants. Because
幸好这张图算大，所以 Major 要进攻也不好进攻，只能靠空投。有一些一传兵进来打乱Neeb的节奏。我这边有一个水晶塔。
repairing his medevacs because he's constantly harassing. So even like for a lot of Terran players, if you do damage to him, it's not that big of a deal because they'll go back and have a quiet period. For special,
这凤凰已经开始慢慢成型了。哎，这先知不要被打。好，侧面一船兵来骚扰，没什么问题，非常稳。来投2矿，不过2矿已经都有防守了。Neeb这个防守功力真的很强。我这哨兵这伤害，哨兵的伤害只有5哦，所以打这运输机很痒啊。运输机还有1防，所以打运输机是4。
But one thing that does kind of get illustrated here with this harass attempt is, I mean, didn't it look and feel kind of pathetic?
好，这边传兵先抓掉。
Games, all these drops did a lot of stuff. This map is
我这边
tough on that individual.
Major 还是有点小小优势的，毕竟他3矿开得很舒服。
It just feels like it does nothing.
哇，这先这边抓掉很亏，这样他神族被迫要再出一个先知了。 这一定要还要再补一个先知。现在有9只凤凰，17只教士，对面有10只光头，25只枪兵。从部队质量来讲说，这样来看，人族是稍微占优了。其实人族现在正面兵力算蛮厚的。 现在Major开始在地图边边开始萎缩起来。
This game's actually taking a unique little bit of a slower pace. Some sharking around and back and forth in the middle of the map, but for the most part,
好，这边扫叮当。哇，这个眼力也很好，马上就发现哪边有 OB， 跟着投2个地雷。这边可能双线真的要走起来，空投。 好，这边凤凰劫，这样空投都有解掉，那这样的话，Neeb应该是有把前期劣势都打回来。现在慢慢拖到后期了，第2个 VR 下去，然后 VB 也盖了，看要转灭光球了。哎，不对，应该会先转2个巨像，因为他不会第一时间出烈光。
source of AoE damage for our Protoss player, and because there hasn't been any harassment.
当然，这个操作是蛮吃神族的，因为他等下还会出烈光嘛，巨像往后拉，然后去做拉打，然后教师往前飘，然后追猎去点解放或者是围巾，然后烈光球再往前丢，大概有4、5个操作吧，非常乱的。 我们Neeb开始杀，还行，不错。Neeb这场把他优势，他把他就是这场已经发挥得不错了。好的，医疗艇都吃掉。那这场没有意外，Neeb应该是有优势，可以拿下这一局。
But Special is looking to do more there.
Yeah, 20 SCVs have gone down though. A couple of Marines are going to
其实 Major 他已经抓到Neeb的心态了，他知道你这一场会很稳，所以他直接裸3。可是没想到裸3，他的那个 timing 居然没有打好。也可能是因为这张图太大了。这张图如果是什么奥德赛的话，我觉得这一波给神族压力会更加巨大，因为奥德赛算近。我现在没有医疗艇哦，可能要先等等医疗艇。这边还有一颗地雷，一颗地雷的话不足为惧啊。哎，哦，刚刚是因为那个啦。 地图的那个上下，他刚才在上面，所以地雷是没有看到凤凰。4基地也开下去了，有这边营运蛮爽的。现在能进去就偷偷刷几个教室来做骚扰就好了。如果气有点紧的话，就刷叉。 好，他现在转冲锋叉，可以。现在哦，不过这Major光头非常多，30个光头。30个光头是什么概念？ 毁天毁地，只要是有关重甲的东西，真的是毁天灭地啊！而且还是2攻2防，4个巨像不一定站得住啊。这 MVT 转的有点慢了，Neeb 有点危险。
This army is massive, but it's only 2 medevacs.
I think this could be so bad for Neeb.
这边溜一波大量交士来这边做骚扰，不过这边扛得住吗？解放者一架，然后凤凰慢慢嫖，真不能急哦，一急就输了，这绝对不能急。好，跟解放前吃还行，我这正面部队应该是打不赢吧？即便你有4个巨像，可是这光头数量真的超多的。不过这立场漂亮，这立场真的漂亮。好，这边直接烧。 哇，这边 Neeb 真的是这场打出自己的风采。我们在刷叉8个叉，我们刷5矿，5矿应该是可以强行逼退。这边Major这边兵都蛮残血的，都橘血黄血。哦，包夹哇 ，nice！ 这边吃掉大概有20人口部队了。我现在 Major 人口瞬间降了20-30，现在部队人口差30。
Tough spot, down 50 supply. Just a few Vikings coming out here. This could end up pushing off the Colossus. Stalkers, of course, have the ability to block.
现在要等电兵。
If they go up to that high ground, that's a death sentence.
现在在忍忍。Neeb 真的优势现在还蛮大，他就忍一忍。好，现在先回去稍微忍一忍。
he is running back, so maybe he just feels it. That's those proto spider senses, I guess.
外面Neeb有放一只教士去做侦查，还行。好，这边Major还投Neeb的3矿被发现，没先清。这边电兵应该是好了，他电很快好。加提一盾，3攻1盾，这边防不知道有没有提完，应该是还没。他是优先提防哦，那这样还行。3攻3防打3攻2防。因为正面再捞一波叉去打。
all right, it's more decent than I thought, I guess.
The Ghost Academy has been thrown down immediately. One issue
这边追猎有点脱节了。
Even if the army doesn't look that impressive, sequencer can be a little awkward going down all these ramps.
这边Neeb利用高地优势先去嫖一下。
And of course, you know, as long as the player is maxed out, he's always
Major
a chance.
现在两边都要很小心啊，这边有电兵，先电一把没电中。 这边侧面这是什么？应该是飘 VF 吧，因为他现在不需要 VF 科技。这边出鬼子，第2场 Major 会赢也是靠鬼子，鬼子直接打在巨像跟追猎上面，直接打掉很多的盾哦。我觉得小波部队吃掉巨像，Neeb还蛮亏的。 现在闪电来到人族的4矿3基地这边。哇，这边电的不错，电了2把，现在已经快要没农民了。现在 Major 经不起消耗，现在 Major 快要没钱了。现在Neeb只要稳着来就好了。好，这边电了2把，还行。 有风，只要还行，这边追猎不要送。好，这边有人照进，我已经要黄血了。现在Neeb可能还要再忍一忍，因为他现在战斗人口其实跟Major是差不多的。好，这边刷200刀，漂亮。不过这边有 BT，Oh my god。 好，总算是把一个 BT 砍了。这边不知道有没有雷达，现在Major也需要雷达，好少一把把它解决了，还行。发现 VF 打掉之后就还行。哦，这边打针打到红血了，这是Neeb的大好机会。这边人口战斗人口107打98。 现在靠龟子 ，Major 龟子只要丢2把全中就翻了。他只有一个龟子。他这边电围巾很痛，非常痛。那龟子啊，该龟子是打在 HT 身上啊，现在 HT 身上没有那个能量。哇哇哇！哇 ，Neeb 这个防守功力，我这样的话还行。那这样正面围巾全吃 Major 打出拒绝 Neeb 2比2追成平手，好像强行拉到赛末点决胜局。决胜局是打那张很鸟的图，含血着地。
Just really cool stuff. Impossible to break. I mean, shows that the boys at the desk knew what they were talking about as well, right? One more leaning towards special, the other one leaning slightly more towards Neeb. Just so hard to call between these two.
Yep. And that's what I was hoping for. A game 5 on the biggest of stages in StarCraft 2. It doesn't get any bigger than WCS Ping for us here. Nice cash prize, but again, this is a circuit, you guys. The second stop of 4. These guys have been training and fighting and traveling and battling it out, trying to earn points to get themselves to the amazingly prestigious global finals.
We're definitely going to see this young man there at the end of the year, as he, of course, won WCS Austin. The winner of WCS Jönköping will also get a direct seat into those global finals. And the remaining players will be picked from those WCS rankings, which is why we keep mentioning these points. Obviously, Special has been collecting a lot of points so far, doing well in those Latin American qualifiers, doing incredibly decent at Austin, and here once again picking up quite a few points. But a semi-final performance is going to put him in a really sweet spot. Jeff, our last map, we're looking at it. It's going to be played on Blood Boil.
Blood Boil gets a bit of a reputation as being a very, very scary map in PvZ. And PvT, not as much, but I think kind of the things you want to factor in. It does have 5 gases available between those first 3 bases. It has an extremely robust gold base. Be something quite.
在第5盘决胜局哦，在一张几乎大家都会背的图了，含血着地上面决一死战。
I had a little experience a couple weeks ago where I ran into U-Turmo and it's just 3-4 Reapers. I was running around from left to right.
这奖杯不知道中不中。这如果中间是空心的就不会很中。
It's just likely that we'll see a Stargate unless Neeb decides to do something incredibly crazy.
身为一个职业选手，最想要的就是在大赛击败上最强的选手，抱起那种奖杯。Major 好像生涯没有拿过奖杯，所以他也很想拿一次冠军。其实 Major 实力一直都很强，只是说他一直都没有很好的一个机缘吧，他没有真正的挺到冠军赛。
I got nothing. No joke there or anything. Okay. These guys are asking for a little bit of break in case you guys are like, shut up, we want StarCraft.
那 Neeb 就是天选之人了，人转神，转1年就拿冠军，真的是天选之人。
Or not Ting, excuse me, Neeb, having a conversation himself. Gonna kind of check themselves, calm it down. If you guys are at home, make sure and give a little bit of love to the sponsors that make this happen as well. Razer, Asus, Republic of Gamers. Awesome partners like Blizzard, DreamHack. That's every man. That's every person we can thank right now. That's all of them.
I think we have to thank Nathanias as well.
Well, how would you thank Nathanias though? How would you even go about doing that?
这场准备时间有点久。
Did you mention it?
我真的很想喝这个饮料，这饮料是什么？感觉每人都在喝，应该是很好喝。
I haven't done it yet.
A new announcer pack is coming soon, and our dear Nathanias is going to be the main star in that one. Actually, the only star as well. It's a one-man show.
He is the only star of that one. Yeah.
Upcoming Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I've got it marked on my calendar. I've had it marked on my calendar for a couple of years.
I'm doing a 24-hour stream with Nate.
Yeah.
In my ears.
Well, I mean, it's not even a 24-hour stream. It's a just forever stream. Stay in your ears, I guess. But enough about us, guys. I know you are here for the StarCraft action and not for our witty, awesome banter. Fortunately for you, you get both. We're inside game number 5 of this best of 5 in this quarterfinal, rounding it out.
好，这场决胜局寒血着地，来到第5上方，来自 Team 战队的 Neeb。第5下方，来自不知道什么战队的 Major。
Look in the main base. We're Mexican there. I hate you.
Don't let me throw
I love you and I hate you at the same time.
That's what I do to people.
We see a man that doesn't have a barracks in its main, and we see a lot of refineries going down. He is doing it. He made the tough call in game number 5. Give it up for Special.
国外是不是很讨厌 Major 啊？怎么念 Special 念得有气无力啊？哦 ，Major 放了，哇，野死神！好，这边看到野死神了，双瓦开，那这边是野全家。其实也还不一定啊，不知道 VF 是放外面还是放家里。如果你必赢都放外面，你就干脆 VF 放外面。我这何况是直接放下面。好，这边出一个死神，我看一下 VF 是放哪？是放家里还是放？应该是放家里了。还行还行。这边狂战之间加速一只出来，然后先追着死神跑。
Well, there was a very early scout by Neeb, so Neeb saw the refineries and he saw
对 Neeb 反应也很好。
barracks, but we're about to see why you have to fear the Reaper Man.
这个 VF 是盖给你看的，他在外面又野了一个东西，不知道是野什么。他很想野一个东西，这边可能会死一只龙。没事没事没事，这边龙稍微拉一下，死一只是可以接受的。 2只就有点亏，因为你哇围杀 ，Oh my god， 2只结果死了没死，1滴血 ，Oh my god， 也 VS， 这打一波，这打一波，这边 Major 想要打一波，这边 VS 是挂外面，挂外面只会有一个结果，就是出隐形女妖。 不会吧？这边如果不是这边如果不是 VR 开的话，其实就走远。VS 开不见得守得住哦。如果他真的是出隐形女妖的话，好，隐形女妖，好，这边我们看一下 Neeb 第一个科技建筑是挂什么？他挂 VS 就很难守哦。这还被干扰，这很烦啊，烦的要死。是什么科技？什么科技？干157，他出 VS， 完蛋 ，VS 很难守啊，这 VS 真的很难守。
He lost one game completely for free, almost, Kevin.
Okay, well, one of the Reapers does go down, so this is actually quite nice.
6月17的比赛有重播 YouTube， 你就打 WCS 延雪平应该就有了。延雪平要打这个 JO 什么的，用雪平。
Right on this side here, on the right side of this Reaper. But don't forget, Neeb does open up.
等一下这场岛，我再把那个关键字跟你讲。
And that is a pretty fast robo. All things
bad though, Kevin.
啊，这边已经你要正在提我，这边这很危险。哦 ，VS VR 还行 ，VS VR 的话就还行。这边要先加出一只那个先知。还行还行。我的隐形女妖太快了。
To perhaps hold this off and not take game-ending damage. Meanwhile, outside of his base,
这能不能守住都不知道啊，这很危险，真的很危险。先知如果出去就至少会死4只龙，4到6龙。这边已经好了，这边可以动了，这边先知出去。这边死神有看到先知出去了，这边隐形女妖可以动了。好，这边好险，这要赶快拉回来。好，这边有看到那个 Banshee 了。 好，这边全部要先拉到主矿，加出一只 OB， 对了。好，先吃掉一只女妖，然后这边先造出第2只女妖。哎，不懂这 OB 出来可以，18这种可以接受，因为 对面是很亏的开局，是那个什么1-1开局，他不是裸双开，还行，好，这边就直接在这边动，然后 OB 也可以在这边，或是先知等人就直接造出来，也都可以。好，这边 OB 有看到，还差一下啊，差一下。不过其实这已经快没能量，其实可以引追。
You know what? Absolutely, it was. And he's still looking for this trap in the middle of the map.
这边凤凰其实可以溜一台去追了。
Anybody at all? There is a free cyclone over here.
好，我看到一只鬼往前走。
Well, the game's gonna stabilize a little bit. I do have to agree with Rotterdam.
要他先造出来，这先造出来吧。
You can see that reflected in the work.
他是直接戳掉吗？好，戳掉，还行。好，没有看到一个地雷跟一个导弹车，这边先抬地雷。 地雷先抬，这优先抬。好，这边，哇，这边全吃，现在 Major 很亏，非常的亏。不错，这边先知继续来烧。这边3开 Neeb 很稳，还行。我这边还在出东西哦。 不乖，好，这边凤凰先回去站在那个 VS 那边守着。这边墙边先封一下视野，那 Banshee 往这边Neeb的主矿这边走。这些解放者应该是直接架3矿的。好，这边先过来抬枪兵有什么就抬什么。先回家，先回家。哎，好险，炸凤凰还好。不过我们在帮Neeb加油啊，这有点不公义。不过也没差。好，这边Banshee这边是被逼退了。 这边解放者加2矿，人家先拉死了7农，这边你要先解决掉啊，在这边解放者也没什么问题了，等下凤凰回来可以直接守，没什么问题，凤凰回来这边追也可以先走了吧，啊，没什么问题。 好，这边 Major 想要提节奏，2层兵带出去，然后再开上矿。这边也是啊，还现在追水啊，这边 VS 又挂在对立形式上面。Neeb 不好守啊，他凤凰都在对方家这边，他等下正面怎么守？他这边能守住吗？这边枪兵出来优先点先知 ，OK， 这边2人兵投下来，这雷要怎么赢？好，赢得不错。 边往2矿在这边有一个大光炮，这边有教室，好，这边还行。这边先把 Major 先困在这边，好，这边凤凰应该是可以过来接了。先解，好，这边教室过去，有个机会，好，这边。 其实Major这个操作也是不错，直接先点好这边，先抬这边先知啊，先这边点掉。不过这边1号艇都别想回去，这边在2船兵，这个才是最关键啊，被看到。啊，这边这个 VS 如果被点到就不太妙，不过还行吧。 这 VS 本来就是这样的，把它打到红血就好了，让它自己爆炸。不过等下还会有一只女妖出来，所以要小心点。我觉得这边推出来，对面又有2船兵。这边好，先投4个教室，再刷1轮教室，哇，全刷。这边尴尬。
And this time it's special whose units are out of position.
这边
And our WCS Austin champion is starting to look
这样烧来烧去，然后加力2船兵动了 Major 来投到Neeb的主矿。那Neeb的反应不知道是什么，可是 OB 有没有带一下主矿啊？这会守住的啊。22只农。23、25，这应该主矿农在死。 OB 不要乱带好不好？啊，这边人尽潇洒走一回，哇，10滴血，差你们一脚，哇，太刺激了，这个真的太刺激了。好，这边凤凰在杀农民，人在杀，你们已经杀31只农民了，这鬼也抬起来，把这边退，现在你们优势蛮大的，农民领先30只。然后Major刚才投2个，应该是被解决掉了。现在那个优势很大，你现在一定要找机会去分个双线区干扰一下节奏啊，不然现在只会让这个风越来越往Neeb这边吹啊。地野先秒，先退，不急，好这边再换了，这边正面立场隔得漂亮，这个立场隔了很多部队啊，好这边其实也不急着追，罗凤凰一回来可以追，这抬枪兵，枪兵全部抬起来，GG， Neeb挺进4强，3比2。恭喜Neeb！
What a series, what an awesome quarterfinals by both players. Incredibly action-packed games, super high pace.
Major 很懊恼啊，其实前期一度是风向是往他那边吹的。我们这边也是Neeb自己防守功力做得非常完美啊。我们听一下大连姐姐的访问哦。
The pace of that series was so high pace, awesome to watch.
Absolutely incredible stuff. And I want to hear more from our defending champion on stage with Smix. Tell us about Neeb.
Thank you very much, guys. Neeb, congratulations. When I spoke to you earlier at this event, you said that recently you haven't felt like you've been playing very well. That being said, it seems like all your hard practice is paying off. You've made 2 semifinals back-to-back. How does that feel?
Feels pretty good. I really thought I would.
打得非常好。你现在打完这个系列赛，你有什么看法？
The third game, I just felt really out of it. Like, I don't know, there was nothing I could do, but I think I played really well after that.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit more about that situation. It was after Proxima Station. It was a very quick GG from yourself. What was going through your head at that point, and how did you focus for the next match?
在第3场的时候，你非常快的打出 GG。你那场发生什么事情
I don't know if he knew that I always send my oracle straight across the middle or what.
我第一个先知很快就被解决掉，结果我现在后面的地雷没办法去把它反映出来，导致我劣势越来越大。我觉得我后期没得打，我就直接跳了 GG。
Yeah, I think he played that situation pretty well, so he was able to take it really easily.
And on that last map on Blood Boil, it just seemed like no matter what he tried to throw at you, you just seemed so prepared. I could see a little smile from yourself. At that point, did you just feel like you had him figured out?
Yeah, I'm really confident on Blood Boil PVT. I think
最后还打得很聪明。
And the longer the game goes, as you get the gold base, it just you just have so much money, so you can do like anything you want. And also, I was really prepared for the proxy build.
其实我准备了 PPT 的战术也蛮久了，为了对付 Major。
Maybe just like proxy all his buildings, and I caught his Reaper with my probes, but like I thought it was going to be like game over from there because you get so far ahead, but I don't know.
And Special was one of the players that some people called a favorite at this tournament. With him out of the way and another Terran coming up next, do you feel some confidence since you took down Special here?
Yeah, it's definitely really nice to play this matchup.
他说 Major 怎样。
A few games in a row because, like, I don't have to prepare at all. It's what I've been preparing for.
All right, well, congratulations again, Neeb. And with that, it'll be our WCS Austin champion, Neeb, moving on to the semifinal.
Our next semifinalist as Neeb claws his